All right, folks, this is the wrap-up. It is Labor Day weekend. It's Saturday night here in Rockford, Illinois, August 30th, 2025, and here's what happened tonight. In the opening contest, a youngster from the PPW Training Academy, a standout who really works hard, B-Rock, faced off with the recently turned, and yes, he quote-unquote turned, that's for sure, El Guerrero, the former PPW Challenge Pro. I guess it now would be called Triple Threat Champion. In that matchup, B-Rock went 25 minutes. But at the end of the day, El Guerrero was able to defeat him for the belt, feather in B-Rock's cap. Now that being said, we haven't seen this side of El Guerrero in a long time. I thought that El Guerrero had grown up mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. We never see the side of El Guerrero again. It seems to be a worse version of what we saw a few years back when he was in no way, shape, or form a fan favorite. More will be revealed because the friction between him and Jesse Danger, can't wait to see it, folks. After that, there was a big tag team matchup. The American Beard came out, and the first thing he did was he told the fans that he had $1,000 in his boot. Tonight we were going to play a customary American game called Name That Tune. That's right, the American Beard said if anybody could guess what song he was playing on his saxophone, they would get $1,000. And after 3 tries, nobody guessed it, and he started to play the entrance music for his tag team partner for the night. They call themselves the International Powers. 0 goal from Osaka, Japan. The American Beard, 0 goal from Osaka, Japan, faced off in tag team action versus the newly crowned Triple Threat Champion, man from Rockford, born and raised, born and bred, born and reared up here in Rockford, Illinois, Winnebago County, Jesse Danger, and for the first time, he teamed with the Savior Mickey Sin. Well, on paper, it sure looked like an odd pairing, but in no way, shape, or form was that the case. What a knockdown, drag-out fight. And at the end of the day, the American Beard and 0 gold gave Jesse everything, including a couple of kitchen sinks out there. And when he finally got over to tag the Savior Mickey Sin, all hell broke loose. What an amazing comeback it was. They threw their opponents, the American Beard and 0 gold, into each other, and Mickey picked up Rockstar Rosie and implemented the new PPW rules and threw him over the top when he hit the floor. The team of Jesse Danger and the Savior Mickey Sin came out on top. And boy, the fans loved those two as a tag team. After that, a brief intermission. The PPW Heavyweight Championship match was the main event of the evening. Marcus, the Science Smith, the current champion, to face Rockstar Rosie, 2 out of 3 falls. This match started out very different for Marcus, the Science Smith, a man who can wrestle when he chooses to. And tonight, in that first fall, before the first fall occurred, he chose to wrestle. Him and Rockstar Rosie went at it tooth and nail, back and forth with some great things. Of course, Marcus the Science Smith had to keep trying to mess up the rhythm, to mess up Rosie's, what's the word I'm looking for, folks, momentum, with his complaining and his whining. And at the end of the day, Rosie ran through him in that first fall and ended up defeating Marcus the Science Smith the first fall with a frog splash off the top. That was the first fall, then a 30-second rest period. And then Marcus the Science Smith, who gets himself behind the 8 ball, and sad to say it, when Marcus the Science Smith is behind the 8 ball, he's only more dangerous. He caught Rockstar Rosie in the middle of a vertical leap onto his shoulders, gave him the electric chair, and won the second fall when he gave him the jackknife cover for the 3 count. 30-second intermission, or 30-second break during that matchup, and here we are, 1 fall apiece per man. Stakes are higher. It's like being a full count in baseball, okay? It's 1-1. Rockstar Rosie can taste that championship gold. Marcus the Science Smith jumped on him just as the bell rang, never giving the guy a chance to even really get restarted again after that big electric chair, and he stayed on Rosie until Marcus finally made a mistake. Rosie was able to beat him tooth and nail, pillar to post. And when Rosie went up, he's climbing up for a second frog splash. Marcus the Science Smith, one way, shape, or form, found the guts to get up and cut Rosie off and went straight outside under the ring, grabbed a chair right in front of the referee. Referee could have signaled for the bell, but the belt was on the line, and who knows, maybe Marcus was looking for the disqualification. Remember, if Marcus wins that matchup, he stays champion. He might have lost the match, but he wins the war and still leaves with the belt. So the referee catches him when Marcus goes to wind up to nail Rosie. They're tug-of-warring with it. And when the referee took the chair and went to move the chair away from the action, Rosie comes off the second rope, gets kicked right between the legs by Marcus the Science Smith. Marcus the Science Smith able to take advantage of the situation, and the winner is still champion, Marcus the Science Smith. Now next week, the first Saturday night in September 2025, the theme of the evening is going to be a Challenge Pro Championship or triple threat tournament. The way we're going to get into that is going to be a series of three-way tag elimination matches. Two men will compete at the same time inside the ring. One man will be outside the ring being tagged in and out, and they will rotate. At the end of that, when there's just two men left, we'll take a brief intermission, and then those winners, those finalists from the tournament, will face Jesse Danger next week for the triple threat or the Challenge Pro Championship. Should be one hell of a card. It already is one hell of a concept, and I hope, one way, shape, or form, that El Guerrero Jose Acosta ends up being one of those finalists, because I'd love to see, along with everybody else up here in Rockford or with an earshot of Rockford, would love to see Jesse Danger get a hold of El Guerrero after what he owes him, that payback, that receipt from 2 weeks ago. Thanks again for investing your time in us, folks. We will see you when we see you. This is Old Rand signing out.